just gonna keep it 100 because in this life that we live, every day we try to do our best to be the best, to achieve the best, to receive the best, to give the best. The reality is that not every day can be your best day, and not every week can be your best week, and not every month can be your best month. So that brings that even if you have such good intentions, ideas, plans, strategies, you're gonna have some bad days. You're gonna have some bad weeks. You're gonna have some bad months. You're gonna have some bad years. But if you stay consistent, come back on track, you fall off, you break, get yourself together, go on again, 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 until the haters don't recognize you anymore. This is a process between you and yourself. A good and a bad person don't exist. One person can make today choices from the good aspects of their personality and character, and the same person can make the same choices tomorrow from the bad aspects of their character, or his personality, or even the DNA, because a lot of things are in our DNA, you know. Why I make this video is because the last 2 weeks I was smoking a lot. Why? A lot of reasons. Every now and then I fall in kind of overwhelming change, and how I coped in my life in the past with unwanted, unexpected change is to smoke. Even the smallest little change, because I notice all changes what happen, from the minuscule to the visible, obvious changes. I notice them all. And when I was younger, it was like every change I can always expect something bad. Things were not changing for the good, things were changing for the bad. Recently I was in a season of my life, like 6 months under a lot of testing, a lot of attacking, character assassination. No, I was not seeing the blessings. Let me don't say something that's not correct. I was knowing that God was still with me. I was knowing that God will make a way, but it was taking very long. So when He was about to make a way, I start already slip away. I start slip away from who I truly am. I start slip away. Was not slipping away. I start slip away. I start smoking again. I start not taking so good care of myself as I did before, because it was like a kind of how can I describe this? Things are gonna really get better now, and finding peace in that. This was something what I was struggling with. Things are really getting better now, and you can have peace in that. And you can just rest your head. You don't have to worry, you don't have to rush, you don't have to fight. You deserve this, you have worked for this. What you see in the spiritual, what you see in the physical is not in the spiritual. What you see in the spiritual is not in the physical. Let me say it like this. What's in the spiritual is not yet visible in the physical. It happens first in the spirit and then in the physical. So imagine that inside you feel like everything is fine, you're growing, you are finally getting through the things that you have to get to. But the physical tells you, fight harder. Look where you come from, you cannot go back, fight harder. At the same time, the physical tells you as well, it's getting better. But in the past, when things were seemed to get better, it was an illusion. It went worse, and became aware of it when it was too late. And still, well, how many times you fall off track doesn't matter. You always need to come back. And this is what they say in the Bible as well. Like a righteous man doesn't not make mistakes. He doesn't not fall. Each time he falls, he stands up. Just keep on moving forward. Keep on coming back on track. If you're gonna be like, yeah, I fall off track, so now I lose, then you are a loser because you choose to. If it's up to God, you learn as many lessons that you have to learn and you get your shit together. In co-creation with God, because you are part of God. God's part of us. There is no separation. Do what God did. He can do the same for you, through you, with you. He can do more for you, through you, with you, on your behalf. What does it requires? I don't know what it requires, but I know this for sure. I was talking with a girl, not so, in 6 months ago, 5 months ago, and we had a conversation about the God. And I was talking about the fact that I smoke. And she was talking about the fact you should not focus on the fact that you smoke. Because the picture is bigger than just smoking a cigarette. If the only thing what you do bad in God's eyes is just smoking a cigarette, that means that you are a perfect person that smokes cigarettes. But it's not the case. So we should take our attention and our focus and our fixation off these kind of things like drinking, partying, smoking, blah blah blah, whatever. You can have a breakup with your wife that you was married for 20 years too. And how you cope with things in your childhood was to go, not even childhood, teenage years, was to go outside and party and hardy and do crazy. So now you end up in this kind of situation after so many years of your life spending faithful, and you don't know better than how to cope with kind of things. So what you go do, you go party. Understandable. You're not gonna be sentenced for that lifetime in prison by God for this. You're not gonna get rejected by God for this. But you need to come back on track. This is important. I can tell from my experience, God will put you through experiences, even what you already have experienced. This is not for all people. This is for us. This is for some people that can resonate with it. God is gonna put you twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 20 times in the same shitty situation, in the same shitty. He will allow these kind of things to happen. Why? To give you deeper understanding. Me telling you something can ignite something in you that you gonna understand something, or that you gonna start seeking to understand something, or asking God for the revelations. It's not possible that I'm coming here with my studies and what I have done and what I know, and I'm gonna upload it in your hard drive. It's not working like that. This is why I also make this kind of content. Like, I believe if people just watch this, They, even when I'm not the smartest person, wisest person, the best person, a good example maybe even for you. I'm just me doing me, what I think what's good, and spreading that. Only that can be the reason. Only hearing someone thinking different than how you think, only hearing someone having different kind of aspects than what you have, can open your eyes more, can expand your horizon more. If I'm gonna listen to someone, like example, if I'm gonna listen to someone that knows more about the topic than me, that does not mean that I have to take everything what this person tells me and do exactly what this person tells me. But hearing this person talk can open my eyes, like, okay, in this corner I can find that, in that corner I can find that. How I know this? Because this guy spent years of hours in these kind of corners, and I have just spent one day in these kind of corners. This guy has spent years of time in these kind of corners, so he can tell me some things but I don't know yet. And if I listen to this guy when I'm in these kind of corners, I will remember things what this guy have told me, and I can maneuver from these kind of things in a different kind of approach than starting blank point zero. I don't know nothing. I have no information, no nothing. I start from scratch. This is also like you don't have to wait until you are eligible to go to the university, until you're eligible with your documentations, everything to follow a kind of degree. You can go on the YouTube, you can listen to people that know more than you about certain topics. So when you deal with kind of situations in your life, you are not starting from zero. You're starting not from scratch. You're starting from at least a little bit advantage of wisdom, insight, knowledge, intel, whatever you want to call it. And this is what I believe, you know. We are here to grow, evolve, create, inspire. That's it. And live in harmony, to love, to you know, we are not here to compete, to fight, to bro, we don't have to suffer in life to get what you want, bro. You have to become that what you want to be. This is how you can live the life that you want to live. Everything what's keeping you back from being that person, that's also everything what's keeping you back from living that life. No lie. Stay fly. Met mijn bomboek. All praise to the Most High.